Commander's Palace is a restaurant in the Garden District in New Orleans. It's really cool. It's a beautiful space, beautiful building. It's this pastel blue and white giant restaurant, multiple dining rooms, 2 floors, garden level. Emerald was it was a chef there. It's been owned by the same family for a really long time. They got all sorts of Creole, Cajun specialties, lunch and dinner meal periods. So they got a jazz brunch menu, lunch menu, dinner menu, cocktails. This is what my wife loves doing. They have a 25-cent martinis at lunch. So you only can get 3. Because that's enough. You get them with an entree, 3 different martinis you can get. And they have a jazz brunch that's amazing. It's really cool. They have one of these one of the kind of classic cemeteries right next to. It's a good place to kind of walk around right after lunch or while you're waiting. So it's a great afternoon, a great weekend. I'm going to New Orleans in about 2 weeks. So we're going to blow through this wine list that I would want to drink with my group. I'm going to be dining here for boozy lunch on a Saturday, and I want to drink things that aren't going to necessarily break the bank. I probably have a $500 budget. There's 6 of us. I probably want to drink 4 bottles of wine, variety of different colors, flavors, profiles. I probably want a bottle of sparkling, 2 to 3 bottles of white, maybe 2 bottles of red, 1 bottle of red. They got a big wine list. They've been buying wine for a long time. We welcome you to our next century of celebrations. Okay, that's awesome. All of their grand awards. They understand that they buy all of these wines, and there's people like me that want to come in and look through the wine list, or they put it on the internet so that I can look at it ahead of time. But then they also know that a lot of their guests are going to come in there and they're going to drink their cocktails, because New Orleans has an amazing cocktail culture. And then they're also going to come in and say, well, this place is really well known for their wines. Great. We're going to give you 8 great wines under $80. And this just leads with value, gets people the wines and kind of the styles they're looking for. 4 pages of all these wines that are under $80. That's an awesome way to start. So here we go. I'm going to skip the 80 for 80 just because they have a ton of half bottles. It's amazing. Okay. So this is really cool. Tempier is one of the age-worthy rosés. I could just blow the entire budget on a 3-liter of Tempier rosé. That's 10 years old. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's look at champagne.
I'm noticing something here.
What?
Because they led with their low cost wines up front, they don't really have to put affordable wines on these pages anymore.
Well, they have them, just got to find them. And that's another reason why it's great that this wine list is online. And maybe someone's going to find this video and say, hey, this really helped me out. Because you do have to look to find these wines. Okay, so here, the Domaine de Pelican. This is a wine made by Guillaume d'Andreville from Burgundy. It's from the Jura. That wine's really delicious for $185. Let's see if we can find something else that's I want to spend about $125 on a bottle of sparkling wine. This Aubry Brut Rosé, that's still another good option at $165. They do have a lot of the cheap and cheerful, so you're not here. I drink this André Clouet Grand Reserve for $115. That's a good deal. But I would also say, hey, and this is what's really smart. I'm going with a group of 6 people. There is some really good value in the large format section. That makes the som's job easier. That makes my job easier. And you get a little more bang for your buck. Party, so it's easy to sell these bigger bottles of wine, But you can drink a 3-liter of that bottle, 3 liters for $500, right? And what does that get you? That's $125 a bottle. Okay, but that might be overkill for our group. So I drink this André Clouet for $115. That's a good deal. I would probably drink something from Germany, Alsace, something maybe with a touch of sweetness. I think it goes well with some of the spicy food and some of the spice in Creole cuisine. Sparkling's tough to stay in that $500 budget, so I've already spent $115 on my bottle of champagne, but I'd want to drink some Riesling. This is kind of what I'm thinking there. I would drink this 2023 Dönnhoff Trocken Dönnhoff's a really great Nahe producer. The wine's like can be a little petrol-y, but very clean. This wine's going to be pretty bone dry. I would drink, again, blowing my budget, but this is a really good deal for this Egon Mueller Spätlese from Strauss-Hofburger. Like Riesling doesn't get much better, especially off-dry Riesling doesn't get much better than that. Here, this is, okay, so we can throw this in here. This is the same Egon Mueller Skarshof. This is kind of the younger wines. It's got a touch of sweetness for 175. So I'm at 115 plus 175. I'm at 290, okay? Okay, then I saw this scrolling around. I would drink this 2015 Domaine Tempier Bandol. This is Blanc. So this is like a Marsanne, Roussanne, Provence style blend. The wine is like exceptional. It's $380. I have $120 per red wine. I think I'm going to kick out my bottle of sparkling wine because there's so much good Burgundy. There's so much good French still wine here. I don't think I need to drink champagne. I think I'm going to open up with a Riesling, and then I'm going to do that Tempier Bandol Blanc from 2015. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're into Chablis. Okay, we're going to find something good here. I would drink this. I'm going to kick out my Tempier for this Dominique Lafon Bourgogne Blanc from 2016. 175. So I have that and plus the Tempier. Okay. I'm going to drink this Dominique Lafon wine, Bourgogne Blanc, Chardonnay from one of the great producers of Meursault. That's his Negociant bottling. The Macron's a good place to look for value as well. But okay, so then here, this 2015 Tempier Bandol, 105, 90, and then I would drink this Dönnhoff Trocken for 85. Okay, so I got 85 minus 500. $220 left. Okay, so I'm going to scroll quickly. Might drink a bottle of rosé too. Well, no, we're gonna drink. I know what we're gonna drink for red wine. Foillard Côte de Py for 2022 for $125. That's a really good deal. That wine is like so delicious and vibrant. Yeah, perfect. I would drink 2011 Thierry Allemand Chaillot, one of the great producers of Syrah, Cornas in the Northern Rhone Valley. 2011, so that's a 15-year-old wine. Okay, I'm $5 over budget, but I would drink that. That would be the deal breaker. 2016 Jamet Syrah, $105. That's a deal. I can look through them because I'm patient, and also like here's something to think about with like a big group, right? It's like, and that's why like big wine lists, you're not gatekeeping, giving people wine lists ahead of time. You're giving them the opportunity to shop ahead of time so that like guests can get wine quickly, somms can get wine quickly, and you can move through the experience in like an efficient manner. And hopefully the restaurant sells more of these wines, right? One thing, even if this wine list is up to date, which I would imagine it is, sometimes they're printing these things like monthly. Things can still go out of stock, right? Wines marked with an asterisk are limited in availability, right? So it's like they might not be there. Having a game plan and getting wine ahead of time just lets people be able to order these things and you can get going and hopefully you can sell more bottles of wine, right?